Guys, it's Money Mail coming at you on another video. And in today's video, we're gonna be doing a Dom Corleo OMO album review. Dom Corleo's newest album, On My Own, just came out last night. I was at the listening party. You can watch the vlog right here. But yeah, On My Own by Dom Corleo. We can get into the review because I did actually record a reaction, but I accidentally deleted the reaction. I put it in my recycle bin and emptied my recycle bin, so I can't get the reaction out to you guys. But we can do a review. So I've only listened to this album about twice. I listened to it once at the listening party last night and twice on my own doing my reaction, a whole sit down reaction. And from my first impressions, I'm very impressed with this album. Now, I didn't really know what to expect going into this album. I didn't know what vibe Dom was going for, how this album was gonna flow, sound, and just overall be in general. And just my overall thoughts, I think this is a solid body of work from Dom. His last EP I was a very big fan of. I'm pretty sure it's 2014. This one, as you guys can see right here, I liked 5 out of 6 songs, so I liked the whole EP. And with the whole album, you guys can see the only songs I didn't like were Chester Perry and Sunset Strip. Chester Perry, we can get into this one. This one is just straight out horrible. I have no clue why Dom put this on the internet, on the album. It made 0 sense to being on the album. It was kind of like a Teen X, raspy, just I could not do it. I had to skip this song. I was like 30 minutes in this, and 30 seconds into the song, and I could not do it. I was not a fan of this song, but overall, every song is really good. Wake Up is a great way to start the album. Very smart for putting that out there. Bottle Girl, very chill. I just like the vibes Dom's going for on this album. Just very chill, melodic, flowing, transcended, the Dom Corleo type beats. And I mean, that's what he does best. Like, this is what we wanted, and this is what we got. My favorite songs for sure were Sex and For a Fact. The features on this were goated. Young Kale and Femi Guerrero both slid and did their thing. And it's crazy how Dom actually had my 2 biggest prospects going into 2023. My lottery picks, so I had going into 2023, is Young Kale, Hard Rock, and Femi Guerrero. And you could say Southside Silhouette, Rolling Thrice. Those are kind of like my 5 that I'm really betting my money on to blow up this year. And it's crazy how both of them were on the project. I think they definitely complemented the album very well. Dom didn't need no huge mainstream feature or some big like Yeet, Lone Ken type Sofago feature. I think him implementing Young Ko and Femi Guerrero, people who are in sort of in his type of realm where they're at, I think it made a lot of sense. And they both went insane. Young Ko slid on his feature. His feature was so good, bro. And same with Femi. I think Femi outdid Dom on his feature, to be honest. I think Ko and Dom went back to back very well. But Femi, I think Femi cleared Dom on. But Dom did really good. But those features were amazing. Other than those 2 being my favorite songs, my other third would probably be Way Down South. This song is just so clean. Going Omo, that's forever. Going OVO on my drink, and I'm Omo, that's forever. This song's so good. Another song that I like, 666. I want to see this on tour. This on tour is gonna go cool. Same with Shoot. This one's about to be fire on tour. Kids is fire, but I was expecting the sample to be there. If you guys watched my Dom Corleo last concert he did, this is a popular snippet that he had, but it had, I don't know, it's a very popular song. So I'm guessing the sample didn't clear, which makes sense. But other than that, the intro is very good. The intros and outros on all these tracks are very impressive. I didn't really expect that. And overall, I'm very pleased with this body of work from Dom. I think this was just a great, solid debut album, because I know Dom, if we can go to his discography, Dom obviously has a lot of albums. He's been really, he probably deleted some. But Dom had a very, he's had a long history of making music since like 2020. I believe he had more albums and EPs out, but he probably deleted it. But with this being his real big debut album, with everybody looking and the light shining on him, I think he definitely delivered, and I was pleased with this work. This does have replay value. Now, after I listened to it at the listening party, I was like, yo, this is album of the year. This is album of the year. But I was just gassing. I was just hyped from being there. But this is a solid album. Now, the songs that I can actually see myself listening over and over again, having good replay value, is Sex for sure, 666 for sure, For a Fact for sure. You Feel Me, I would probably put that in rotation, and Goons and Bottle Girl. Those are really the songs I could see myself listening to over and over again. Other than that, the other songs are cool. I wasn't really a fan of these like Starboy Starboy hyper pop-ish type beats. These, like, I think it was these two tracks, 1 minute 34, 1 minute 44, Sky Harbor, Sunset Strip. Wasn't really a big fan of those, but other than that, on the Dom Corleo type beats, I think he absolutely killed it. And 16 did his thing on this song right here, bro. Shout out 16, because Dom and 16 are goated together. And Dom had a very stacked producer lineup on this. He had Gabe, he had, I believe, Starboy, he had Cody, he had 16, he had all the underground GOAT producers on this. So shout out Dom. Overall, I'm very pleased with this body of work. I think this is just a great debut album, like I said, for this album being the main album that all the lights are shining on him. This is him in the spotlight. I think he delivered, and he gave us just a solid body of work. I wasn't expecting something to blow my mind and oh my god, this is insane, or something very experimental. I just think Dom wanted to cement himself with Dom Corleo songs that fit Dom Corleo's agenda to put that strong foundation down, and I think he can definitely do that with this project. I think this project is definitely a success. Now, do I see this project running up in sales, charting? No, let's be honest, this album is not going to chart. This album, I don't know, it's probably the max is probably gonna sell 5K, but it doesn't matter. Dom really complimented his discography with this album, and this discography set a very good foundation for him, with this being his song-solid first big album going into after he really blew up with Penthouse Shorty. Let's be real, not many of us were really listening to Dom before Penthouse Shorty. Of course there was people who were, but I think the majority of us all got onto Dom on Penthouse Shorty. And honestly, I didn't really expect Dom to make it this far. I'm not gonna lie, 600,000 monthly listeners is crazy. I thought Dom was gonna be kind of stuck in that underground Uno the Activist type lane, and I see him kind of breaking out of that spotlight, especially if he drops another solid body of work. For 16 songs, I think this was the perfect 16 songs. I think it's 45 minutes. 41 minutes, 16 songs. This is what we want from other rappers. Just give us 15, 16 solid songs, 40 minutes, because we know a lot of artists nowadays are making 26 song album, 20 plus song album, 1 hour long albums. It's like, and we're fans, but we don't, like, the majority of those songs aren't gonna hit. And I feel like Dom just gave us a solid foundation of good, solid, good songs. And I think this is a great W for him. Now, the only thing I would say about this album that I didn't really like was like some songs, it felt a little too dragged out, and there was just it could have been chopped off at like 2 minutes. Like, you feel me? It didn't need that second hook in there. If it chopped up at 2 minutes, that would have been a very clean, solid song. Other than that, I'm a very big fan of this album. I congratulate Dom Corleo on what he did with his body of work. He cemented himself and is not known as a TikTok rapper anymore. I think he has solid work and a solid foundation to really just compliment himself in his discography. And yeah, I'm very pleased with this body of work from Dom. Shout out Dom. If I were to rate this album, I'd probably say this is like a cool 8, if I'm being honest. Just a cool 8 for what it is. 16 songs, 40 minutes. Dom Corleo, he's not the biggest artist, but he's coming up, and for what he gave us, this is a cool 8 out of 10. I will be doing a song ranking / tier list, probably a drop on Monday after I keep having this album in rotation. But that's gonna be the video right there. If you guys like the video, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and check out my Dom Corleo listening party last night. I recorded the whole thing, and yeah, it's Money May, or is it? And I'm out. Thank you guys.